Hi everyone, it's Gwen from Hummingbird Tarot, and this is a video response to Ethany's 31 Days of Tarot. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And hit the bell so you get notifications when I post new videos. I post new videos every week on Mondays. I wanted to talk about my top 5 Oracle decks for 2019. The first 2 decks that I have are more what I use. I almost feel like I'm going to a wise older member and looking for advice, and they help me get perspective on things, get over myself when I'm taking things too seriously or I'm worrying too much about something. These Oracle decks really kind of reset my thinking. So the first deck is actually, I included them here. I don't know if they're officially considered an Oracle deck, but they're definitely not tarot. And they're a deck of cards that's been in my collection for a really long time. And they're the Lakota Sweat Lodge cards. This is what the back looks like. And these cards, I always have to use the guidebook with these, but I just pull a card and I read what it says on these cards for myself, and it helps me find peace. And that's why I really like these decks here. And this next one as well. This next one, so the Sweat Lodge cards I usually use when I'm doing readings for myself. This next deck is the Native Spirit Oracle cards. These I use in readings for others as well as in readings for myself, and there's a really good guidebook included in this deck. This is what the back looks like, and the cards in this are just beautiful. And the same thing with this one. I'll use these for additional clarification in conjunction with tarot cards when I'm doing readings for others. Sometimes I'll just pull a card for myself. This is another deck that's just beautiful. And the Lakota Sweat Lodge cards too. I may just pull a card for the day for myself and see, just give me something to focus on for the day or a message for the day. But these are some of these cards here. I really like both of these decks, and I feel very drawn to those two. The next one is the Spirit of the Animal Oracle cards by Jody Bergsma. Here's what the back of these cards look like. And these ones, if you don't use them often, you don't have to use the guidebook. That's it. They've got very clear messages here. But these are really nice cards too. The messages are very clear, and I'll use these for an affirmation. There's my hummingbird. An affirmation or clarification on a question. There you go. Just for some additional information there. The next deck I use when I know there's something that I want to focus on, and I will put it up as a daily card or a weekly card, and I shuffle through this deck. This is the daily affirmation cards, and this is by Cheryl Richardson, and I will just find the card in here. They've got cards on health, work, spiritual health. That's the topic on one side, and then the other side, once you find what you're looking for, your affirmation, so work, it says the perfect job will find me. So if I were looking for a job, I might pull this card for myself and put that out as something to focus on as an affirmation to help attract what it is that I'm trying to attract at that particular moment. And this is one for relationships, and this says, I honor and protect my sensitivity. These I use more as a way to focus and attract what it is that I'm trying to look for, rather than doing a reading. Sometimes I'll use these if somebody's saying, I don't know what I want to focus on, I'm not sure what I want the reading on. There's so many things going on, so I'll pull an affirmation card and say, okay, what is the message what's the topic that we need to focus on today for this reading? And I'll pull one of these daily affirmation cards and I make it physical health or the work one or relationship, whatever it is. So this helps me fine-tune the focus of that reading. These I use in a couple different ways for myself and for others. And the one that I probably use the most in conjunction with readings for others, I really try to focus on attracting the light, focusing on the positive, focusing on the law of attraction and what we can draw into our lives, what's going to be helpful to us at this particular time. And I find that these cards, Denise Lynn, the Sacred Traveler, these do the best job of doing that. And they're just beautiful. There's what the back of these cards look like. It's a mandala on one side, and then the other card, the other side of the card is just the message. And this one says, answering the call. The time is now. So these cards work really great if you want to do just pull a card for the day for yourself. They also work great in conjunction with a tarot reading. Valiant courage, take action with passion. Taking shelter, the answers are within. And I find these cards to be very, very kind and comforting. In the flow, everything is smooth sailing. Answering the call, the time is now. I believe I started with that card. Thank you for joining me to take a look at my most used Oracle decks in 2019.